Right now, as you sit here watching this, something is happening inside your head that you never question. A quiet voice is already forming opinions about me, about this video, about whether you should keep watching or click away. That voice is your intuition, your sixth sense. We are told from childhood that this feeling is sacred. Books, movies, motivational speakers, they all repeat the same line. Trust your gut. It sounds beautiful. It feels empowering. But it is one of the most dangerous lies we tell ourselves. Here is the truth no one wants to say out loud. Your intuition is not wisdom. It is a leftover survival program from a world that no longer exists. Researchers at Harvard University and MIT spent years studying exactly this. They ran experiment after experiment where people had to make fast decisions with limited information. What they found shocked everyone. People who trusted their gut the most made dramatically worse choices. In some high-stakes tests, their error rate was more than 40% higher than those who paused and thought. They discovered that intuition is not one single voice. It is a messy collection of emotional reactions, pattern recognition from your past, and raw fear signals coming from the oldest part of your brain, the amygdala. This ancient alarm system was designed to keep you alive when the biggest threats were wild animals and rival humans. It fires in milliseconds before your logical brain even wakes up. You're not just watching this. Right now, your intuition is judging every single word I say. It is deciding if I am trustworthy or if this whole video is nonsense. And that decision is being made by the exact same flawed system that has already cost you opportunities, money, relationships, and peace of mind without you even realizing it. We're told from childhood that this feeling is sacred. That when something feels right or feels wrong, we should obey without question. Let me paint a picture for you. Imagine a woman named Elena. She meets a man at a networking event. From the very first handshake, her intuition lights up like fireworks. This one feels different. He feels safe. He feels right. 6 months later, she has moved in with him. Then the mask slips. When she finally escapes, the red flags were everywhere from week 2. But her gut had told her he was the one, so she explained every single warning sign away. Now let me show you something darker. Picture a veteran detective named Marcus. He gets a strong feeling about a quiet man. The detective pushes hard for an arrest. The evidence is thin, but his intuition says this is the guy. Meanwhile, the real killer strikes again, twice, while the wrong suspect sits in jail for 6 months. His intuition had created tunnel vision. Serial killers throughout history succeeded precisely because they knew how to speak the language of intuition. Ted Bundy was charming, articulate, and handsome. He triggered every safe and trustworthy signal in his victims' ancient alarm systems. John Wayne Gacy was a respected community member who dressed as a clown for children's parties. People's intuition told them these men were normal. They were wrong, fatally wrong. The real power is not in trusting your intuition more. It is in learning to master it. The people who build extraordinary lives are not the ones who always follow their feelings. They are the ones who pause when that voice speaks and ask a simple, terrifying question. What if this feeling is wrong? In that pause, they reclaim control. That is why it often pushes you to stay in toxic jobs, because it feels familiar and safe. That is why it makes you swipe left on someone who could have changed your life, because something felt slightly off. That is why it makes you trust the charming stranger who triggers all the right good guy signals, while the quiet, awkward person who would never hurt a fly gets ignored or feared. Let me give you one more example that will stay with you. Think about how social media platforms are literally designed to hack your intuition. Every scroll, Every notification, every perfectly timed like is engineered to trigger that ancient "this feels important" feeling. Your intuition tells you to keep scrolling because something exciting might be next. Meanwhile, algorithms study your deepest fears and desires and feed them back to you in endless loops. The result: millions of people making life decisions based on gut feelings that were carefully manufactured by machines. Your intuition is being weaponized against you 24 hours a day, and you never even feel the strings being pulled. The real power is not in trusting your intuition more. It is in learning to master it. They combine the ancient signal with modern evidence, logic, and time. They become the master instead of the slave. So the next time that familiar whisper rises up, stop, breathe. Ask yourself what your intuition is actually reacting to. Is it wisdom from your deepest self? Or is it just fear wearing a familiar mask from your past? Never, ever let your intuition drive alone. Here is the greatest secret of all. The voice inside your head is not your enemy, but is also not your friend. It is a tool, an imperfect, ancient, powerful tool that needs to be understood, tested, calibrated, and sometimes politely told to wait while you look at the actual facts in front of you. It is a tool, an imperfect, ancient, powerful tool that needs to be understood, tested, calibrated, and sometimes politely told to wait while you look at the actual facts in front of you. The people who build extraordinary lives are not the ones who always follow their feelings. They are the ones who pause when that voice speaks and ask a simple, terrifying question. What if this feeling is wrong? In that pause, they reclaim control. They combine the ancient signal with modern evidence, logic, and time. The voice inside your head is not your enemy, but it is also not your friend. It is a tool, an imperfect, ancient, powerful tool that needs to be understood, tested, calibrated, and sometimes politely told to wait while you look at the actual facts in front of you. If this video just made you feel that strange chill of recognition, then do this right now. Hit like if it hit you hard. Subscribe if you want more videos that reveal the hidden mechanics of the human mind. And in the comments below, tell me the one time your intuition was completely, utterly wrong. Thank you for staying with me until the end. Now go out there and question everything, especially the voice that has been guiding you without your full permission for years. Stay curious, stay sharp, and never, ever let your intuition drive alone.